there's a stage that we can enter through our awakening journey when we've been through the dark nights of the soul, and we think that the depths of despair, the worst of the worst part of it, is over. And we seem to find some traction back in our lives, a sense of purpose, direction. Things start flowing again, things start moving again. You start feeling a lot more at peace with yourself. And then what almost seems to be this plummet back down to, oh my God, I'm going through it again. Things are getting worse. Things are probably worse than what they were 3, 4, 5 months ago. And it's harrowing, to say the least. And for me myself, I've experienced it, and you almost come into this confusion where you've got the strength that you didn't have on your first rodeo, should I say. But then you've then hit another wall. Everything seems to be going again. You seem to be losing more parts of your life, jobs, whatever it might be. And I think it's very important at this point that we learn to take control of the steering wheel. And what I mean by that is, no, we didn't plan for the unraveling of these events or these darkest moments of our life to happen. And we're more than aware that we had no real control over what was happening and when and how it was happening to us. And we sort of allowed it to do its thing and take its course with us. But I strongly believe, and I've been in this place multiple times, where we've been through the worst, we find some equilibrium, if you want to call it, and then again we're catapulted into this despair of confusion of, have I made all this up, and have I got it all wrong? And you clutch and you try and almost feel like you need to go back to your old ways of being. And maybe it wasn't so bad after all. Maybe that job or that partner or that relationship or that friend circle, whatever it might be for you, we almost have this pulling in our chest of, oh, it'll be so much easier if I just go back to my old ways. And then, you know, it wasn't that bad after all, or it wasn't that bad after all. But there's this knowing in our chest that we've been this far, we've been through what may look like, you know, circumstances of bad events, but really we know what's happened, we know what we've been through, and we need to hold strong right now that we don't bend and we don't give up. We do not fall back into the old routines and the old patterns, and we have to stand strong. And although we're being tested again and we feel like this journey is never ever going to end, it is for our highest good. And another important point at this stage of the journey that I really feel so many would go through, and there's not enough voices online explaining this, but when we've gone through and we've had the shedding of our old life taken away, and you know, we have no control, I do believe that there's a point in the journey which so many people are on, is that we have to take control. We can't just let life keep beating us down. We can't keep being thrown around through in and out of the dark night of the soul. We have to stand up. We've had the strength, we've built the strength, we've built the resilience, and now's the time where we can say no more. We work with our higher selves, We listen to God, we've learned our lessons, but we refuse to stay in a turmoil. We refuse to let life keep throwing a pile of shit at us. And we can pull ourselves out. And it's very important that people can understand that it is in our hands. We can't keep playing the victim, although we're not, and no one would understand or could even put into words what we would have been through. But my point is that no one's coming in to save us. We have our connection with God that's being tested time and time again, but ultimately it's for us to pull ourselves out and start making the moves and start changing the mindset, because it's the mind that is trying to grasp on right now, and it's the mind that can keep us looping and circling through these perpetual cycles over and over again. And I really want to hone this in, and people just to understand that we don't have to play this down and out sort of character that we feel that we are, and that life's just constantly dismantling us. There comes a point where we know that our calling is higher, and we will stay strong, and we will move forward, and we will start changing the way that we're talking to ourselves, because ultimately that's what it is. It's not our higher self is pulling us in one direction, and then our old ego mind is trying to claw us back. And that's what it is right now. It's this imbalance of holding on to the old, or the old trying to hang on while we're trying to break free into our new selves. And it's at this point that, at the toughest point, where we know what we've been through, and for you it may have been a few weeks, a few months, I don't know, maybe years on and off, but we see the pattern, we see how this is playing out. And at a point we have to stand strong. We have to say no more. But I'm not going to be beat down by life any more than what it's already beat me down. We're here to shine, we're here to create, we're here to build, and we're here to raise the consciousness across the planet. And if we can integrate that thought and that way of being, then I'm sure that we can climb out of this pit, this never-ending pit that so many of us find ourselves in. But I really want you to know that you're not alone, and it is for your highest good, our highest goods. And a better future is coming for us. But if we can stand strong and stay true, all will be revealed. So I'm sorry I'm having a little bit of a tangent there, but I'm wading through bogs of mud, and it's quite slippery. But yeah, if this video did have any value to you today, if you could subscribe and give us a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. And if you stayed to the end of this video till now, I really appreciate your time. Keep going, you've got this. If you do need any more support, there's links in the description below, where I offer tools and guidance for those that are really in the depths of it right now. And if we can all pull through together and just let this world be a better place, and ultimately that's what it's all for. So keep going, you're doing better than what you know, and I'll see you on the next video.